Yo, everybody, what is going on? So if you guys don't know, I've been at Walmart for, 7 months the first time, let go for 4 months, got rehired, and on the 7th of next month, I'll be there for a year. So I'm a full-time associate. I left work early today. I am now home sitting in front of my house. And I got something to talk to you guys about Walmart and cutting your overtime. So, y'all know that Walmart gives you overtime if you stay late. What you don't know is every, I think, 6 months or so, Walmart associates get bonuses, my shares. And I'm not sure what it's called for the bonus when you get it after you've been there for such a long time. But around this time, every 6 months or a year, Walmart managers get a huge bonus. And what they want you to do is cut all your overtime that they ask you to stay late and work. They make you cut your overtime just so their bonuses are at its peak potential. So last week I got 28 hours of work. 29 hours of work. This week would have been 40 hours and 30 minutes. Now they made me stay late 30 minutes over one time to finish the zone. If you know what the zone is, it's bringing all the items from the back of the shelf to the front to present them for the customers. So it's easier for them to shop when they're looking for items. So a manager walks up to me today and says that I need to cut a half hour out of my overtime. So I go back into the personnel office and I look at my time and I'm like, well, I got 28 hours one week, 28, 29, and I'm going to have 40 and a half hours this week. Now, I was under the assumption that I could bring some of those hours from this week into next week, so I can have close to an 80 hour every 2 weeks, so I can get a decent paycheck. I guess I'm wrong. They want you to cut your hours for a week. I guess you get paid every 2 weeks, but they only count bi-weekly. Which is, every week, which is very weird. You know, the only reason why they want you to do this is so their bonuses are fat. So if ever you're in a situation and a manager walks up to you and asks you if you can stay late and you're a full-time associate and you get 40 hours a week, tell them no. Because what they're going to do is they're going to make you cut your overtime. Therefore, you staying late, helping them finish their job, your job, you won't get paid for that. They'll make you cut that time. So you standing up and like, yeah, absolutely, I'll take some overtime. And they always walk up to you and say, hey, you wanna work extra for some overtime? And you're like, absolutely. Who don't want overtime? It's time and a half. But their little secret is they'll make you cut those hours. And if you don't cut them, you'll get in trouble. And he told me straight up today too. He's like, you got to leave at 6 o'clock this morning instead of 6:30. And I'm like, no, I'm leaving at 6:30. And he's like, if you do, you'll get in trouble. Okay, get me in trouble. It's fine with me. Don't ask an associate to stay late if you're going to cut their hours. Because they're volunteering to stay late because you asked them to get some overtime. Now, it's just me taking care of my wife and 2 kids. Right now, my checks are being garnished. I got child support taken out for my ex-wife. Medical that I didn't even put in for Walmart, that they allowed somebody to go into the system and put medical under my name for 1 kid. I have 3. Which I'm thinking that's my ex-wife. It's my daughter, right? So not only am I paying taxes, obviously we all got to pay taxes on our checks, I'm paying child support, I'm paying medical, and I'm paying garnishments. So I get about $1,000 every 2 weeks before taxes. I take home, get this, $510 for 80 hours for 2 weeks of work. So when they ask me to have overtime, stay late so you can get some overtime, I'm gonna say yes, because I need that for my family. We are barely staying alive. Like, honestly, it's just me providing for my wife and 2 kids. Wife can't work due to medical issues. Her counselor won't let her. Her psychiatrist will not let her get a job right now. She's dealing with some things that she has to deal with before she can actually work, because no place wants to hire a person in her situation. I'm not talking bad about my wife, just letting you guys know. So for every reason, or for any reason at all, Walmart asks you, can you stay late to get some overtime? Tell them no, because they're not going to give you that overtime. Sometimes, yes. Sometimes they'll actually let you have that overtime. But when it comes time to their bonuses, absolutely not. It's not acceptable. And they'll tell you right now, they're like, you need to cut your hours because we have like 360 associates and they need their bonuses. No, they're worrying about just their self, because everybody else that works there, obviously, we're associates, right? Our bonuses are going to be our bonuses. And we're going to get our overtime that we worked because we were asked to work the overtime. But the managers get bonuses that are fat. Now, last bonus that I know the manager ever told me to got was $9,000 was their bonus for, I think, 6 months or a year. I'm not sure exactly if it was just 6 months or for a year. It's $9,000. Now, if we keep our overtime, it's going to drop down to at least $7,500 to $8,000. So they're going to lose a lot of money because they asked us to stay late. And as responsible associates, we need to get our job done. So hell yeah, we're going to stay late. Why wouldn't we? We want our money. We want our overtime. So guys, this is my opinion. If you agree with me, I want to hear you guys in the comments below. If you agree with them cutting our overtime to put more money in their pockets, put I agree. If you do not, put I disagree. And tell me why you disagree with why I want to stay late to collect my overtime. Is it bad for me to want my overtime that I worked for? Is it? Do you disagree or do you agree? I want to hear you guys down in the comments below. And I'm trying to make YouTube a full-time job. I'm tired of dealing with drama and problems at work. It's an everyday thing. It's a struggle. And I have a lot of stress on my shoulders as it is. I don't need to be dealing with this as well. I might get fired for this, but if I do, there are other jobs out there that would love to hire someone like me. High energy, fast worker, responsible, always on time, and never have a problem with doing my job. Okay? So all you guys out there that work for Walmart, if you want overtime and you want to keep it because you are asked to it, hit I agree. If you want to work for overtime and have them cut it, hit I disagree. So we all know down in the comments below who wants their overtime they've worked for and who don't. Honestly, hello, who don't want their overtime they worked for? I'm getting irritated and pissed off because I worked hard for this overtime. My family needs this really bad. My rent is $650 every month. It's cheap. It is. It's really cheap. I have a 2-bedroom small apartment. Okay? But I don't get no food stamps. I don't get no state assistance. We don't get any help from the government at all. So me wanting my overtime that I worked for, it's not so hard for you to understand my situation. I'm not asking you guys for any money or, ooh, pity the guy, find a new job. I don't want any of that in the comments below. I want you guys to let me know seriously from your opinion. If you work overtime at a job, let's say any job, then your manager wants you to cut the overtime that you stayed late to work for. Why? Why are you making me cut my overtime that you asked me to work? I don't get it. You asked me to have my overtime. Now you're making me cut it. Ah, my goodness. So guys, I need you down in the comments. Just let me hear what you have to say because I'm dying to hear you guys. I really am. Right now it is the 28th at 4:27 a.m. 27th or the 28th. I do believe it's the 28th. Yeah. I think it's the 28th. Anyways, I'm going to go inside. I'm going to get some sleep. It's my Friday. If you guys did enjoy this rant and rave from Walmart robbing us from our overtime, drop a big old fat giant like. Let's try to get 100 likes on this video. Haven't had a like goal in a long time. Also, subscribe to this channel. It would mean the world to me to have my channel come back up in its views and its revenue because I need every penny I can possibly get to provide for my family. I already work 2 jobs. It's still not enough. I do YouTube as a part-time job and I got a full-time job at Walmart. It's rough. It's a struggle, guys. So I'll put some information down in the description below. Feel free to check that out. Anyways, guys, that is it for me. Subscribe if you are new to this channel, stay active. Turn on your post notifications. It would mean a lot to me to have you guys active on my channel. I live stream every day. Matter of fact, when I wake up, I'll be streaming live on YouTube. So I hope you guys are there as well. I want to hear from you guys. Is it okay for Walmart managers to make you cut your overtime hours that you worked for? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. And until next time, I am out.